excited, I'm living my life. On the road, I just go. I might go shopping, I just might go home. Hop in the whip and I'm all in my zone. Know that it came from a touch of a phone. No, we just different, you can't make a clone. I choose my vibe so nothing can go wrong. Got a whole lot of race, choose your way. Got a whole lot of race, choose your way. Got a whole lot of race, choose your way. Got a whole lot of race, choose your way. Yeah, I wanna vibe, I can choose, yeah. I only win, I don't lose, yeah. Pedal to the metal, then I cruise, yeah. Listen to just what I do, yeah. I'm loving this vibe, yeah. I'ma live it up for life, yeah. I'ma choose what I like, yeah. Right now, I made up my mind, let's go. Got a whole lot of race, choose your way. Got a whole lot of race, choose your way. Got a whole lot of race, choose your way. Got a whole lot of race, choose your way. Hop in, let's go. We can take it fast or slow. I'll let you choose the vibe. Tell me yes or no. Enjoy the ride. Let's have the time of our life. Everything's going right, so sit back and vibe. Let's vibe. Let's vibe. Let's vibe. Let's vibe. Feel the vibe when you on the road. We can go anywhere that you wanna go. Whoa. You feel safe when you in the vibe. It's the best feeling that you ever felt. Don't lie. Now that you're telling me that, it caught me by surprise. We can ride in my Maybach and cruise all night, yeah. I know that you're feeling it, vibe just different. I can see you getting into it. I promise I ain't missing it. Ooh, yeah. Hop in, let's go. We can take it fast or slow. I'll let you choose the vibe. Tell me yes or no. Enjoy the ride. Let's have the time of our life. Everything's going right, so sit back and vibe. Let's vibe. Let's vibe. Let's vibe. Let's vibe. Choose your vibe, ride for the night, feeling excited, I'm living my life. No, we just different, you can't make a clone.
You know, I'm a DJ, right? You should know this.
Choose your way. Got a whole lot of race. Choose your way. Got a whole lot of race. Choose your way. Got a whole lot of race. Choose your way. Got a whole lot of race. Choose your way.
You know the vibes.
Wow, I love that commercial. I can never get enough of that commercial. I'm a DJ, right? It's a great commercial. So that's our Vibe Rides commercial. It's phenomenal. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, world. Welcome to this call, Vibe Nation. You are in Vibe Nation right now. So if you're new to the call, my name is Angela Oliveto. I'm the director of Vibe Rides, proud, excited director, and you should be excited too today. We've got a very special guest. For those who are new, of course, we have these opportunity calls on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. CST, that's Central Standard Time. And of course, we also have driver only presentations. And those are trainings in regards to the app itself, the registration process, what's going out in the field in regards to Vibe and the drivers, and of course, rider updates and app updates. So that's really informative. So if you're a driver, those are definitely calls you need to be in on. And that is Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. CST. And of course, if you're new and you think you've missed anything, you haven't. Of course, it's always best to be live on these calls, most definitely, but you can catch them on our Facebook page. We record everything, so you can't miss a thing. That's 24/7 accessibility. So you can go on over there and check that out and catch up. Just like you're catching up on Netflix, you better be catching up on all these recordings and trainings because it's going to benefit you and everyone else. Okay, so today's special guest, very special guest, I'm going to introduce you in a few minutes. Our special guest today is from Mexico. He's married to an incredible woman. She is phenomenal, phenomenal woman. I say the better half. But in any case, a father of 3 great kids. Had the pleasure of meeting him a few years ago. He is a serious businessman, but he is hilarious. He always makes me laugh, does his business, but always having a good time. Started a business with his siblings. Together, they took it to become one of the largest commercial printing plants in all of Mexico, with a branch. They branched out in the USA as well, with more than 900 employees in both countries, and ended up selling it. That sounds like a dream, right? Phenomenal. If that wasn't enough, he bought ice cream franchises. He just kept going, right? Kept building. Kept going, kept building, and moved to Cancun, Mexico, where a hurricane destroyed his business and almost his dreams. But that didn't stop him. In 2010, he met our CEO, Mr. Holton Buggs, took advantage of the systems Mr. Buggs had created, and again became a multi-millionaire. Has built massive sales teams with tremendous success. This person definitely knows how to start from nothing and create massive success. Please help me welcome Mr. Jose Luis Rivas. Sir, are you on the call?
Yes, I am. Can you see me?
I can't see you. Let's see here.
Okay, you cannot see me. You can hear me now.
I can hear. There you are.
I said I'm moving to the same office Angela is at, so I am in the same wall now in front of you, but very, very happy and excited. Thank you for that introduction.
Welcome,
Angela,
welcome.
it's just amazing. And to everybody in here, I just will ask you to bear with me. As you can hear, I have an accent, so English is not my native language. I'll do my best because if I fail to provide you with information, or probably you don't understand, probably will fail to be associated. So I don't want you to take a decision based if you like me or not. Please listen to the facts. Listen what we have prepared for you, because I think this opportunities. It's gonna change the way because the world that we started before everything happened, we have to be locked in our homes. It's completely different. Like I have a dear friend and partner, a mentor. He told the other day, it's like we have a reset button right now, and the expectations and the world we used to know, the world we used to live is completely changed, completely different. So thank you, Angela, once more. Thank you for the opportunity to share this incredible opportunity and what we're doing. And so I'll proceed to do so. Let me let me share with you.
Mr. Rivas,
And
can I just mention,
yes,
your picture is a little bit blurry and distorted. It's probably the background, your
how
background.
about that? Better?
Yeah.
I think the lights were bad, so I move a little
Yeah.
bit.
Yeah.
Better?
A little
Perfect.
bit better. Yeah. So it's probably the background creating that effect. So there you are.
Mm,
That's better. That's definitely
that's
better. Yep. Thank
perfect.
you.
Awesome, awesome. Then I'll come back to the presentation. I am trying to share my screen in this moment, but I don't know what I did. Let me do that. Let me do so we can start with the presentation right now. Okay. I have it here, but I don't know what happened here. Show video. That's it. Perfect. I move. So I am going to start share my screen in this moment. Okay, so you can see my presentation. All right, and I don't know why I can do this. Give me just 1 second. Files, basic. Give me just 1 second. Sorry, Angela. I don't know what is
That's
happening.
okay.
I
Let me
have
know.
this already. I am sharing the presentation, but it's not letting me do the presentation share.
Hmm.
It is giving me just
Here.
my screen.
Let's see.
So
I'm going to make you host and hopefully that will
that's
work
the
for you.
problem. Now, great. Now that I'm the host, I will be able to do so.
Perfect. Host away, sir.
It is, right? Now, can you see this one? Yes?
Yes.
Perfecto. Thank you, Angela. And sorry about we're entering. I was listening to an interview from Mr. Robert Kiyosaki, and you will. I will tell you a little bit more about this person. He's a very successful businessman, and he was telling that when we enter the lockdown and when we stay at home, the industrial era actually was finished. That is the moment exactly when like we are this generation, and I don't care if you are 90 or you are 1 year old or you just born. We're this generation that we're here to see the end of the industrial area and the birth, because it was already happening, but this is the birth of the technological era. So the way we used to do things is not anymore. And I am very glad and to be formed and part of this elite group that you will be able, like Mr. Box. I will let you know a little bit about him in few seconds. But he says, let's do something where the small man, the small person, like that person that has been working, that he has been trying and hasn't been as successful as he wanted to be. It's just sometimes you feel like you're pushing forward and you're going backwards and you're not accomplishing your dreams, your goals. And also, if you are listening and you're a big man, this is very important. And this is going to be something very good for you as well, because as you see here, our hashtag is choose your vibe, and it's not only choose your vibe. No, it's not choosing we call it a drive share. It is not that. It's just the way you vibe. And before I go ahead and start telling you about what we have for you in this moment, I have to tell you this disclaimer because it's important. We cannot guarantee, and in no way, because this is a business, and we cannot guarantee that you will be able to do the work that it takes in order to get to these projections. But any and all income projections should not be considered as guarantees or projections of your actual earnings or profit. Success with the company results only from the active participation and successful marketing efforts. Will do require work, commitment, and diligence on your part. So we'll have this. You can come back at any moment to the presentation with a full disclaimer and the disclosure. And it's very important for you to see that one. So uh, as we speaking before, the world has changed right before your eyes. And as you can see, when Angela was presenting me, I said, this is completely, I changed so many time careers. People are doing that. You see career changes, people feel undervalued, overworked, overpaid, and age out. That's something that is happening. And we like to call that there's something coming on, this gig economy, okay, where you work smarter, you get more done. And this gig economy started with like okay, it's app based, creates new and bigger opportunities. You decide when to work, because in the other uh like when you have a job, you don't decide, you even, you have to be from 8 to 5, and they even tell you when you're hungry. Okay, so this app base creates bigger opportunities. We will talk a little bit about the gig economy in the further screen. So I said, why do most people never get ahead of the money curve? Why do you think is that? Well, it's time for you to be in control. This is what we call I was telling you about Mr. Robert Kiyosaki. And when you see is the quadrant, this is what we call the quadrant, where we have the E and S in that side of the quadrant. When you are an employee, where you have a job, okay, and it's okay to have a job. Everybody, I think, we start having a job. Then you move to the self-employment, and now you own your job, okay, and then you go to business owner. Sometimes a lot of people stay in this part of the quadrant, in the EV part of the quadrant, but there's the goal, right, to get to the I of the quadrant, where you become an investor, and then the money makes the hard work for you. Okay, so it's time for you to take control. And if you are currently here, congratulations, well done. And but let me tell you something: your employee, your boss controls your time and your money. That's a fact. Okay, if you don't go to work, they discount 1 day. If you don't report 3 days, they can fire you. So you have to be with a big smile all the time, so you don't lose your job. So your boss controls your time and money. When you become self-employed, your customers control your time and money, and that's what I like to call. In the employee quadrant, you only have one boss. In the self-employment quadrant, you have actually 100 bosses that they want to control your time and money, and then you start working on the rhythm. You think you put your timing and the times you work for, but at the end of the time, of the time, you end working for these people. All right. So in this part of the quadrant, you become a business owner where you control your time and your money. This is a very beautiful part. You become a business owner where you control your time and money. And the ultimate goal, okay, the ultimate goal is when money works for you. Money makes it hard work for you. So it's time for you to have control. The active effort, you spend too much time on the wrong side of the curve. Okay, that's what we call active effort. You have it all practically depends on your own personal efforts. If it depends of you going to work, you being, for example, I have an like in the self-employed, I can categorize those people as a doctors, a dentist, a psychologist, and engineer. So you have to work harder, okay, in this side. And what I call this one, the passive effort, where using leverage, okay, this is the right side of the moniker. So Robert Kiyosaki said, hey, Jose Luis, what do you prefer? Well, he didn't tell that to me. I read a book and that was the question, but I felt he was asking that to me, right? So it was a question, what do you prefer? Okay, you work for $100 or having 100 people that pay you $1 each? I said, that sounds better, right? That's called leverage. And the objective, the ultimate goal, Angela was talking a little bit about my history. Let me tell you something. I was orphaned by the time I was 12 years old. And my father was a very, very intelligent, very smart. He was a politician. He wanted, and actually he was going to run to be governor of one state here in Mexico. And he was really young, 50 years old, and because of all the stress, all the stress he was involved with, he suffered a heart attack at the age of 50. I said, that's really young. And during he lasted about 15 days in the hospital. He had like 90 something percent of the heart damage, and at that time, I'm telling you, it's 86. The technology was not there yet. Right now, they easily can he could have saved his life, but there was something very important. He said that when he was about to die, he says that to our three, I have two sisters and myself, and he said, you know something, if someone decides of you guys decide to go into the politicians, you don't deserve to be inherited with my money. So he said, please do not go there, become business owners. So of course I wanted to become a politician, follow the steps of my father. My siblings at that time, and I said no, he didn't want that. Let's go to the business area. We started a business. We were three of us, had no clue, no idea. That's a long story. Let me make the long story short. We started doing so good. We started distributing paper, and then we started distributing paper in big rows for the printing plants. Then we acquired our first web press, and we became one of the largest and commercial printing plants in Mexico and Latin America. We even bought a plant in the U.S. in Illinois, in a city close to St. Louis, Missouri. So we actually started making a lot of money, and I started liking this side of the quadrant, right? But I still was working a lot for that. And at the end of the day, we have to solve the contract. We have a very impressive contract, very big contract. A Canadian company bought us, and we have to find a non-compete. So the things I used to do to make my money, I couldn't do it anymore. So I have to learn. So I start with the leverage. I start investing in franchises, and I start investing in a lot of things. Unfortunately, sometimes I said, sometimes you make a business, sometimes you are successful, but sometimes you win and sometimes you learn, right? So a lot of people will say you lose, no, but you learn. If you didn't learn about how to invest, then you are not understanding it. So we learn a lot. We start doing franchises, and we said, well, there's a system. We start doing a lot. And it took us until 2010 when we met Mr. Horton Box. I will tell him he's been an inspiration, a guide for us. He always said, Jose Luis, you need to have 5 streams of income. Do not trust on only one. Make sure you have 5 streams of income. And we did. We started consulting for businesses. We started investing in companies. We have escape rooms companies. We have restaurants. We have another company that went public in Australia. We start making a lot of investments smart. Also, we make another investment that didn't pay off, but it's okay. But after that, I see that being in this side of the quadrant, it's even better. I was signing. Actually, I bought a property in the couple of days ago, and I was signing the contract. And it's a very nice, it's one of the best communities in Mexico. And the notary, because you have to go here, said, wow, a lot of people are having, but you know something, I learned something. Money is not everything, but if I have a problem, I'd rather be crying in a Ferrari than in a Toyota. And I have nothing against the Toyotas, right? But it's good. And being in this side of the quadrant will make you will help you, but you have to do it smart. Will help you have this passive effort. Okay, so go to the big quadrant. Let's go to the big quadrant. Do what you are already doing. Okay, what is there? Do what you already do. No both, no degree, no experience. Other will work for you. And guess what? Vibe, it's in this side of the quadrant. Vibe gains you leverage. That's important. Let me talk to you about what we call the driver share industry. The time is right. I was watching this, and the statistics really impressed me. There's only 98 million rideshare, okay, rideshare passengers. Now, when you call, we used to call the taxi like this, hey, taxi, and now we call it with this, hey, taxi. So 98 rideshare passengers, okay, only 5.3 million drivers and growing. The largest rideshare company, it's only in 700 cities. and we are just starting. So the time is perfect. Mobility solutions, we don't think, that's what we call a drive share. We is mobility solutions. We can move people, we can move products, and we can move services. Why not? Okay, so this is it, the mobility solutions, and we want to introduce the next generation of drive share. Oof, this is powerful. The next generation of drive share, because here you have three waves to buy. Okay, or normally all the companies started with some owners and the profits are not shared, but in here we do, because you can earn money when you drive, you can earn money when you drive, and you can make money when you overdrive. Okay, let's talk about the when you ride. We were talking before about the gig economy. A lot of people start having their jobs, and this gig economy started when they left their jobs. They were already going in a direction back homes, and they say, okay, this application launched. I said, why don't you share your and you share expenses, and that's how the way started. And now a lot of people, when the shifts ended, right, start doing a little gigs. They're moving people, moving services, moving products, and start making money with a vehicle already have. And that became very smart because they can do a lot of things only by extending the time and working on their own business. But okay, what is? Let me explain you what is Vibe Rights. What we said is just difference. Okay, the incredible part of Vibe is that you can customize your rides. You can do. We have some special features. You can customize your ride. You can choose the temperature. You can like go like this will be your preference. Imagine you're Armando, and I said imagine you're Armando because it says Armando there. Let's say you are very busy. Let's say you are making a presentation and you don't want your driver to talk. Okay, you can say conversation quiet. Temperature I like 70, because sometimes the if you ask for a car, it comes with the windows rolled down and it's so hot and humid you don't want. You can choose your own kind of music. And if you are a woman, that we have a special feature. Like let's say it's 1 o'clock in the morning and you don't want a male driver, you can select if only guys. No, don't say I only want a woman to pick me up. No, this is a wrong application, right? So it's safe. It's we call it girl power. I remember the times like don't talk to strangers, don't ride with strangers, and now that's what we do, right? Times are changing. Times have changed. So you can, if you are a female passenger, you can choose an up for a girl driver. It's amazing. We call it the girl power. So now we have additional features for safety. We have safety alert with road tracking. You can share your route with anybody you want. The driver will only call you by the first name, and backwards. Only you as a customer, you will only see the first name of your driver. So we are the first company. We did a soft launch April the 1st, and that we can remember we give so many rewards. We give free trips, and but we have an incentive program for the customers. We have loyalty, user benefits. You can share the Vibe. Look at this and get paid, and you will have travel exclusive. You have the best rewards system created in the drive share industry that is second to none. All right, so Vibe we call is the next generation in drive share because there's three ways to earn. Okay, and when you drive, okay, and when you drive, you do your gig economy, you do what you're doing. Probably you are working as an engineer, you left your business, and you start driving and you make money. Some of you will say, hey, I own my business. I don't have time to drive. No problem. You can earn money when others drive. You may know people that have the need, like I was once before looking for like a line, like I needed help so bad, so bad. And there was somebody that introduced me to Mr. Holcomb Box, and that changed really my life. So, and while others drive, and the beautiful part is, let's think you are in Miami, and you have a friend in Houston that we are currently in operations in Houston. you can send him a code and say, hey, you can drive, you can have the next generation in drive sharing. Here's a code, it's free, download it, you'll get a free ride. And every time that customer is your customer for life. Every time he rides, you make money. If you refer, you can make your own I'm not allowed to say fleet, so I'm not gonna say fleet. So you can have your own friends and family driving, making money, and why not sharing the profits? All right. So these are 3 ways to earn, and drive will be in the quadrant in the self-employment quadrant. It will be you own your time, okay, but it will be an active income. I like this a lot because while you start getting the money, you will earn when you drive up to 75% of the distance and time charges after your first 50 rides every month. Of course, it excludes by rider fee and any other taxes, tolls. We don't make any money on taxes and tolls. That's not possible. So that is an active income while you start building your fleet. This is so good. You start making money, and you start putting food in the table, and then it's when you said, let's work smarter. Let's go smarter. So, example how to earn. We said, okay. A lot of people said, Jose Luis, all right, I need to make 5K a month by driving. How can I do that? Okay, that is $250 per day driving 20 days. Okay, averaging 17 rides per day at $15 per ride. That is crazy. Look, 17 rides. I've known people that makes 30, makes 25. So we're averaging 70, and you only you're working only 5 days per week. Okay, so this is an example how you can only drive 70 people. Okay, the beautiful part is it's not your customers. You have an application, it will ring, you will take them. You depending on the how do you call this, on the settings they ask, you can talk, you don't talk, you put their music, you just enjoy the ride, and they choose the vibe. So that's how you can make 5K per month in driving. And this is what I love about this program, the override. And I know at the beginning, said, why we do so early the vibe presentations? Because what I'm going to tell you about, what I'm about to tell you, we're gonna pass to the investment quadrant, to the business quadrant. Probably, if you put attention right now, you won't be able to sleep tonight. So that's why we gave so many hours tonight, so you can sleep a little bit, because this part, I haven't been able to sleep since October. That Mr. Box, Mr. Edwin Haynes, part of the board, decided to follow their dreams and visions in this part, Mr. Tigre and Mr. Mike Kicker. So we call this passive income. Okay, what is a passive income? Earned when others ride and when others drive. Okay, this is absolutely incredible. Okay, the rider passing model. Okay, imagine that you have 10 riders, which have each customer got their 5 for a free ride. Okay, this is a feature that will be coming soon. Okay, and you start with 10 riders, and then these riders get free trips, so they will be motivated to share the application. So you have more than 250 drivers. Look at this. It will be around 310 riders total. Okay, they will spend riding about $50 per month. That equals to this amount of money. And I don't know if you, by sharing for free this program, an extra $5,580 per month per year will bother you. Okay, so this is what I call the rider passive model. And I won't go there. Like a lot of people tell me, Jose Luis, don't add another zero. Don't add another zero. Like, okay, what if it takes you a year? And I'm going there. Jose Luis said, don't go there, but I cannot go there. What if I go work in my job? I will work in my dreams on the weekends, okay? And only Saturdays and only Sundays. I'm gonna share with them only one time, 5 minutes. Okay, Mom, free ride for you. Sunday, Dad, free ride for you. Next weekend, a boyfriend, girlfriend, free ride. And you spend 1 week, 1 year, sending 100 free riders. They have the same, they will do, that's gonna be 100 riders. Okay, that's gonna be at the end of the year 2,500 riders. You just add a zero here. Will an extra 50 grand a year will motivate just to do 5 minutes per Saturday, 5 minutes for Sunday, just doing that. Okay, I know I shouldn't be going there, but imagine it takes you 10 years, just sharing and sharing, only 10 years, all right? Sharing the application, only on the weekends. 10 years, just add 2 zeros here. All right, I think you got the idea. This is the passive rider model, passive, okay? This is just like, now, driver passive model. Imagine you share and you invite drivers. Okay, every driver, look at this, listen to this. For me, it was just absolutely incredible. All right, you invite 10 drivers only. You, every trip they make, you will make 3%. Okay, so every trip they make 3%. First of $5,000 per year, 10 drivers, that equals a $500,000 per year. You get 3%. I'm gonna do something. Imagine you live in let's do some very easy math. Okay, this is what it kills me. Okay, calculator. So I will show you my calculator here. All right, it's in zero. Imagine, okay, you take 1 year, Saturdays and Sunday, finding 100 drivers. It actually in 1 year is 52 weeks, so you will have 104 drivers. Let's only think about 10 drivers. Okay, 100 drivers in that year. 100 drivers. I'm not going 17. I'm gonna make the average earning per ride. It's gonna be $10. Okay, $10. Let's say these drivers work and make 20 rides per day. Okay, 20 rides per day. Okay, because there are shorter rides. I'm not even counting the $100 rides to the airports. Let's make $10 flat. Okay, times 20 rides per day, and let's say they will drive 25 days. Okay, 25. Okay, let's follow the same map. Let's do 20 rides per month. 20 days per month. Okay, only in the weekends, on the weeks. This equals, this is the amount of money your 100 drivers in Miami produce. Okay, that times 3% for you. And I want to hear the disclosure. Well, this is per month with 100 drivers. That's why I haven't been able to sleep. This is the driver passive model, and for me, it is the smarter. That's what we call the next generation. That's what we call, we're entering to the technology model, the technology era. Are you prepared, really? Are you prepared to take advantage? Because right now is when you take advantage. Let me compare a little bit other rideshare companies. Okay, company pays startup expenses. All right, look at this. Company pay for the startup expenses. The earnings are capped between 70 to 75, and this is the most impressive. From 25 to 30 are going back to the shareholders. So the priority in the other rideshare companies are always the shareholders. Okay. Now in this part of the business with Override Passive, you have your own, and this go for life. It's not like, oh, you have the first. No, your own customers. Every time you take a ride, is yours. Every time they take a bike, is yours. You own your fleet for life. Every driver you refer to Vibe, it's you for life. Okay, you have your own tax benefits. That's a different great tax benefits. Great tax benefits. You can get if you drive from 70 to 75%. But listen to this. This is just absolutely incredible. 12% goes to the drive share. Okay, pools for driver, pools for referrals, pools, and that it's a power. I was telling you only in the last example, 3%. Okay, 12 goes to the rideshare pools and there's benefit rewards, and only, this is never seen, only 18% goes to the company. Okay, and actually it's only 13% because normally a driver is easy, a driver that can make, all right, it makes 2 drives per day. Easily they make 50 drives per month, because I know our drivers are smart, they are not going to leave any money on the table. So the company only is going to make 13%. I haven't seen that ever in my life. A company, normally the company are greedy, they want to keep everything, and this is, we know that in this technology era, we have to share the profits with everybody. There's so many profits and they are there for you to take them. So you can get started now. You just get started right now, turn on engines. And this is, I was telling you here that in the other companies, company pay your start expenses. We don't, because we don't keep that much money. So what we ask is that you have a business registration. It's a one-time fee. Okay, you can go vibeoverride.com to register. Ask to the person that invited to be here. They have a referral code. If you're here, it's because somebody think of you highly and recommended to be here. So I am telling everybody, go to the person that invited, said, please give me my referral code so I can be in the business. It's required? No, but it would be nice. This person thought about you. So we have another, we call it the overdrive pack, that will give you the opportunity to start making money with your own fleet and with your referral. So it will have included, because we care about who's driving the car. So we will do a background check. We want our cars to be in the best shape ever. So there will be a vehicle inspection. 75% of the distance and time charges after first ride of the month, it's included for you. You have 100 boomerangs. What does 100 boomerangs mean? You can invite your customers for free. And then you have the Vibe Fleet Management System, which is a state-of-the-art software. Imagine, I told you only 100 drivers in Miami. Okay, what if you have another 100 in Fort Lauderdale? And what if you have another 100 in Orlando? And what if you have another 100 in Tampa? And why not 100 in Dallas and 100 more? It's 600 drivers right now. The amount I told you, remember, is still right here. Okay, still right here, times 6 cities. Imagine, because of knowing people in 6 cities, have you ever thought about that income? And that's only like, it only costs $250 with your business registration and your overdrive pack. Okay, it is, when people start a business, when I started my first franchise, ice cream franchise, I pay $250,000, including shops, including fees, just for 3 stores. I have to pay more to have all the stores. Like when I started my restaurants, I paid almost $500,000 in franchising furniture, and it was a taco place in Mexico, and really good tacos and that. But in my mind, it takes money to make money. And I found out when I met our visionary, our CEO, Mr. Holton Box, he had an idea, he had a vision, and he found the people, like amazing people, like our VP of Vibe, Mr. Scott Buckley, and he has this mind and know how to make the business. As Angela, Mrs. Angela here, she's a very talented woman, came into the oil and gas background, and now I think is a great addition. And I'm not going to mention everybody, Mr. Edwin Haynes, Mr. Terrence Gray, Mark Kickard, all like top-notch, top corporate people. Like Mr. Boss have this vision, but he was smart enough to surround himself with the people that can put arms and feet to the vision. And by far, like I have a very good friend. He has made $1 billion in using software. I told him about this and said, this is like the smartest idea ever. I want to get in, he told me. I want to get in. I said, well, you can get in for $250. He couldn't believe it. Like, it doesn't matter who you talk to. If they are business mind oriented, this is a no-brainer. And I hope you can choose your vibe, and you choose to vibe with us, because we know we have opportunity. We have a business, a very solid business, can change the way people can make a living right now. Because we are now in the technology area, and we're ready. Are you doing the changes needed in order to profit from this new technology area? I hope you are. I hope you choose your vibe, choose to vibe with us, and get started now. Talk to the person that asked you to be here. I don't know. He thought about you. Probably you're looking for to start driving. Great. We have we are ready for you to start driving. Probably you are getting like you're ready to start your own fleet. Perfect. We were looking for you actually, and also probably you know a lot of people that take a ride that would like to get to point A and B with the perfect style, because we're not only going to have like we have this amazing like I don't know, you're starting to date this girl, woman, boy, whatever, and you wanted to look nice and sharp. You can ask like a 2 years model, like a older, like arrive in a nice car, or we're gonna have exotic cars. You can have amazing, or you can have limo. We're adding so many features, and probably you know a lot of people that would like to do that, and you can get started right now. We have 3 ways to earn. You decide to profit 1, 2, or 3. It's optional. You can decide which ones to do, but the most important is that you have a very affordable business right now. Right now, you can get started and take advantage of this technology area. Thank you very much for the invitation, Angela. I'm going to pass you the microphones right now. And it was an absolutely, if you need to comment something, it was absolutely Mrs. Angela Olivito it is just a pleasure. Thank you for the invitation, and thank you for being letting me be part of this. And back to you, and see you very soon. And God bless. Thank you very much, and hope you guys make a decision, not based if you like me or not. Probably you will make a decision, yes, no. Hope I provided with information. If you need more information, here's Angela, and the person to refer you here will be able to provide more. God bless, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rivas. We love you. Of course, we love you. That was great. Thank you for sharing the stories, the insight, and teaching people on how to work smarter, and get onto the other side of the B quadrant. We appreciate you very much for your experience and insight. And here you go, ladies and gentlemen. This is definitely listen to individuals. These are experienced people showing you how to get to the other side, to the B quadrant. They can teach you that. They're shortening your learning curve, right? In regards to these opportunities. Again, remember, these calls are on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 11 a.m. CST. So you'll never miss a thing. Go back, check out the recordings. We have amazing guests, very talented, experienced business people who are teaching you the way in regards to this. It's a phenomenal opportunity. And of course, if you're a driver, or you know drivers out there who are interested in either building a fleet with this opportunity or being a driver and wanting to know how, absolutely, that is on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. CST as well. And of course, they're all recorded. Please get them back to the Facebook page to get started, to get more info. Get with the person that brought you onto this call. Get yourself started. Let's get you leveraged to the B quadrant. Let's get your business going. With all that said, have a super day, everyone. Be safe, be well, and we'll see you again soon on our calls. Bye.